Alright, welcome back to another F1 Manager video, and today we are heading to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix in Imola. Ferrari's home race, one of two. Obviously we have Mons on the calendar coming up. We have Imola now, and we need to do a brilliant race. We need to do it to perfection in front of the Tifosi as our home race. Hopefully that will go our way. All the races so far, Leclerc and Sainz have won, which was really good, despite last race being a very, very close call across the line. Hopefully, we can have some breathing space. We're going to be setting our targets. Actually, not that.
The hills of Tuscany are green to the south, but here in Imola the air is red hot. Welcome to Ferrari's turf for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. The track has been around since the 60s, but the first official Formula One race was held here in 1980. Let's see what excitement lies ahead this year. This is Imola, and it's an old school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs and nothing is certain at this stage. Stay right here because we're just getting started.
And radio check.
Radio check, okay.
That's the match arm. It looks like it's gonna rain at some point. I don't know why. I mean, it's cloudy in the sun, so I think it might not rain. I don't know. I have a feeling that it might rain. Huh. Oh, the weather forecast says it's going to be cloudy in 13 minutes. In the meantime, it's going to be partially cloudy. Okay. Cool. And the final corner, what's this going to be? 1 minute 16.1. Nice. Can definitely go faster though. It's going to be a 1 minute 15.4. Sainz on pole so far. Very fast lap from Carlos. Alright, so we don't need to send the cars out. We are alright. We are alright. Alright. Q1 done and dusted. These lots still have to do their lap. So let's go on board with Fernando Alonso. Joe finishes lap, 6 faster so far. Tsunoda also finishes lap. Ricciardo finishes lap as well, 12th place. Vettel finishes his lap out of Q1. And the final corner. What is it going to be for Fernando Alonso? He remains P3. As Russell splits the two Ferraris into second place. Perez, meanwhile, third fastest. Verstappen goes on pole. And that's Q1 done. Verstappen leading the way out of Q1. Looking like a good lap for Carlos here. Around the final corner. What's this going to be for Sainz? All purple sector is going to be a 1:15.4. Very good out. And is it raining? Or was it just graphics? It looked like it was raining there for a second. Alright, green sector 2. Still needs to go faster though. This is going to be them. Only 4th fastest. I think he got held up. Let's go on board with Max Verstappen now. He's looking very pacey this weekend. Perez, meanwhile, in the drop zone. Check the flag. Around the second to last corner. Decent for Verstappen around the final corner. Bottas goes 6th fastest meanwhile. Verstappen, what's it going to be? He goes pole with a 1:15.4. 0.004 the gap between Sainz and Verstappen. Perez goes 3rd fastest. Tsunoda stays 14th. Ricciardo and drops an out in Q2 in 12th. Zhou, meanwhile, moves up a spot. Taken over from Kevin Magnussen. Russell stays 5th. What about the 2 Alpines? Alonso across the line. What's it going to be for him? 7th fastest. What about his teammate Esteban Ocon? Stays in 9th. And that's Q2 done. Verstappen fastest once again. Around the final 2 corners. Sainz are both purple. Gasly with a 1:16.3. We need a good lap from Sainz here. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 1:15.5. Interesting. I believe you can go quicker though. On board with Charles Leclerc. Sector 1 purple. Going good. Doing good. He's doing very good. I think he could set a purple sector 2 here, and he does. Charles Leclerc goes and sets the fastest sector 2 of the session so far. He only has 2 corners to go. Perez goes on pole 1:15.5. Round the final corner for Charles Leclerc. Is he going to improve? He's looking very pacey here. What's it going to be for Leclerc? It's going to be a 1:15.2, and he goes faster with 3 purple sectors so far. That's a brilliant lap from Leclerc.
Okay, understood.
Now we should have good weather for the race, and that will be welcome news for the teams. And there's Charles Leclerc. They're in pole position, and they've got to be happy about that. And further back, there's Sainz. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. The race start is mere seconds away. All eyes are on the race here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. Mercedes moved up a place. Is that a lockup? We can take a look now. Okay, here's the Ferrari. Going wide like that could cost them valuable time.
We need you to push now.
Okay.
You're doing really well, Carlos. At the moment, we are the fastest car on track. DRS is disabled. DRS disabled.
Yeah.
You are doing a good job. And Charles, no lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Copy.
And charge button on.
Yeah.
And you are doing a really good job.
Ferrari advance the race position.
So there was a crash.
Copy.
Here's the replay. Let's take another look. There we have Joe. Dear me, they won't have been expecting that.
Charles, pit lane.
Okay, copy. And speed limiter on. Copy, box.
Yeah, box. Yeah, in the pit lane.
Copy that. And charge button on, charge button on.
Copy.
I'm going to try and stretch out the tires as much as possible. Verstappen, meanwhile, gaining on us. Or gaining on Carlos Sainz, as I should say. Sainz going defensive. So even if Verstappen gets past us now, it's fine. Leclerc getting past Alonso.
No DRS. No DRS for him.
Sainz's battery ran out.
Okay.
At the moment, we are the fastest current.
Leclerc setting the fastest lap. He's saying tyres are getting a little warm. So I think we'll pit this lap then. For another set of mediums.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
And box.
Leclerc getting past Pierre Gasly.
Copy, box.
Charge button on.
So Perez and Ocon and Gasly has not pitted yet. Leclerc boxing for another set of mediums. We need a good stop here, guys. And it's a good stop as well. 2.6.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Copy.
Perez pits. Sainz leads the race. Verstappen P2.
And Perez just pitted now.
Ocon also pits. Yeah, both Ocon and Gasly pit. Leclerc gets past Gasly. Gonna tell Leclerc to give it everything.
And we need to push for these laps. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Verstappen getting past Carlos Sainz.
Red Bull gained a place.
There's a yellow flag in sector 3 again.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Schumacher locking up. Leclerc struggling to get past Fernando Alonso, and Alonso's defending hard.
Okay.
Sainz is catching up to Max, but he needs to catch up more, and I say that. This is going to be very close. Leclerc really needs to get past Alonso and Bottas. Alonso goes very defensive, switching to the outside. I'm going to tell Sainz to give it everything. Last lap, Verstappen leading the way. Carlos Sainz catching up. He could possibly make switches to the outside. Thinks about it.
And you are doing.
Has to hold back.
And brakes.
Return decides to give it everything. This is going to be a very close call. Leclerc getting past Alonso, meanwhile.
Ferrari advance the race position.
This is a very, very intense fight for the lead. Verstappen has to defend as much as possible, but Verstappen is on fresher hards compared to us. Our tyres are very worn out. But is that going to be enough? Sainz really needs to get past here, but is he going to get past? That is the
Just
question.
a reminder on your eyes.
Copy.
Sainz looks like he can have a run on the inside. Is he going to make it? No, he's not. He's holding back. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough for us, though. It looks like Max Verstappen is about to hold off. Unless Carlos Sainz sends it down the inside, but no, he doesn't. Ferrari going to be very disappointed with that result. Red Bull are going to be ecstatic as Max Verstappen comes home and wins in the Ferrari's backyard. He wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz settles for P2 after a crazy fight for first place. Perez comes around the final corner and takes home P3.
Over the finish line, and today's winner.
That is going to be very crazy.
Carlos Sainz showed us some solid racing here today. Never have a team been more deserving of a podium. Everyone must be ecstatic. And with that, the Sainz name remains engraved in F1 history. For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team. Ferrari must have some mixed feelings after this. They didn't do too badly, but they can definitely do better.
Absolutely. This was very promising, and now the team will be doing everything they can to make good on that promise.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
Well then, Charles Leclerc does take the fastest lap, but Max Verstappen wins in Ferrari's backyard. Not the result that we wanted today, but at least we had one car on the podium. Max Verstappen takes over the Drivers' Championship and leads. It's not what we wanted. The gap in the constructors reduced by 8 points. Well, the gap is now 8 points between. So we're still leading the constructors, but we lost the place in the drivers. Not the result that we wanted today, but it could have possibly been a race win if Leclerc didn't make a mistake. And I don't know what even happened. We had to look back. But we will come back stronger. Obviously, we had a really good start to the season, and we still have. This is the only first mistake that we've made. But yeah, decent. It's not the best day, but it's decent when it comes to points. Anyways, we move forward. Got a new design for the chassis. What's this? Oh god, I didn't even read the email for God's sake. think we'll try that. Alright. Alright. That's going to be for today's episode of F1 Manager. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content on the channel. And I will see you lot for the next race in Miami.